Yep, right there it is. We got a tiller for our tractor. Yep, got a tiller for our tractor. So let me turn the camera around and show it to you. Why is the PTO shaft unhooked? Because it's too long. Yeah, so apparently we're going to have to cut that to make it work. Alright guys, we're going to let Mark get at it. Good morning, y'all. So we're out here on the farm. We are looking at the garden and stuff from everything that we came back from vacation. The rain has stopped, so we've got to get in here and start doing some work. Let me turn my camera around and update you on the chicken yard garden. Yep. So we have planted some beans. We've planted some squash. I know they're close. It's going to be fine though, trust me. Now those are runner beans, so they'll go up a pole. We have tomatoes, and yes, these tomatoes are older than the rest of the row. These in the front were given to me by one of our dear friends who grows tomatoes very well. So his was started at the start of the year versus ours that was started in March. So we've got 4 rows of tomatoes actually planted. So that's a lot of tomatoes. And guys, we got more. So if y'all don't want me to plant all these tomatoes, I need some people to come buy these tomatoes. Yeah. We also have 2 more rows of beans that are planted right here in this row and right there in that row right there. So those will come up on this post when we finish getting this up too. And let me show you, they're actually coming up already. Yep, they're coming up down the row. Those are weeds, but those are more beans. So there's 2 rows of beans there, and we will actually put those on the trellis type system with posts. We use bamboo poles down a center runner and put them on a V down the middle, basically, upside down V. We'll be coming back in and we'll be planting the rest of this garden as we go. It's just been slow with the rain and the weather and, you know, trips and this, that, and the other, but it is getting done. We do have a new tractor coming, hopefully being delivered maybe tomorrow would be awesome. It is being delivered, I just don't know when yet. They have not set up the delivery date, but they are delivering it to us, and then we'll be using it with the new tiller attachment that we have, and probably finishing out tilling this row because the other tractor is a little too big to bring in the chicken yard through the gates and everything with the fruit trees that we've planted and all. So y'all watch as we continue growing. Update on the other gardens. Well, the garden one that used to be my raised bed that I built myself type garden, raked up in a raised bed basically, it has been tilled. We're putting down the fabric on it after we get it plowed. We're waiting on my new tractor to get here so we can plow it, but that is already tilled the first time. The front yard is tilled and not planted yet. And then we have garden number 4, which is over here by the green block building where my daughter is staying now. It was my farm store. We have started working on it, as you can see. We have not cut down all the greens yet, mostly because it's, you know, doing a good job feeding the wildlife and stuff, but going to seed as well. We might try to save some seed from it. So that is where we stand on that. I'll give you an update on some of the other things. This is my she shed basically. This is where my crafts go on, but it is being overcome with weeds, and we will be landscaping this with shade tolerant plants in here. We have got a fire pit in here, as you can see. I mean, yes, every she shed needs a fire pit, right? Yep. And it even says War Eagle for all you Auburn fans. For all you Auburn fans, I'm going to say Roll Tide. For all of you Roll Tide fans, I'm going to say War Eagle. And for those of you that just don't care, I'm going to say Go LSU. Alright guys, we're going to check out something else. Be back in a minute. I actually forgot to tell you about some of the fruit trees we got in here. So we actually have 2 pawpaw trees in here with the chicken yard. Now why are they in the chicken yard? Because when fruit drops, you need something that'll eat the fruit, right? So originally this thought was for goats and chickens. Well, we since learned that we probably ought not have fruit trees in with the goats, but we do still have it in with the chickens. That way the chickens can eat their little hearts out on the fruit that drops, but mostly on the bugs. So this is a fig tree that we grew from a cutting. This is probably its start of its 2nd year. We planted this last summer. And then in here, we have 2 more fig trees that we bought on clearance at Walmart. When we moved here, we planted them, and they just have not done very well, but that's okay. I don't mind them being low to the ground, and they will take off. One of them is taking off better than the other at this moment. They did get bit by the frosts and freezes this year, but they are doing fairly well. What else do we have out here? Well, this is going to be our future greenhouse. We're building a high tunnel, and instead of wood sides, we're using cattle panels as the sides, and then putting the cattle panel arched on top of that. You'll see. What else do we have though? Let me come over here. Yeah, we got to cut some grass. It's getting a little tall. But we have another fig tree right here. Now this one is one we got from Petals from the Past, and it is an LSU purple. So I'm kind of excited to see what that one's going to do. And then over here we have another one stuck out in the middle of the weeds, of course. This is a pomegranate, and I thought that it had gotten bit by the frost one too many times, but apparently it is not, and it's coming out and looking very good, considering we just planted this like in March. So this is one of our pomegranates, and we're crossing our fingers that it does well. But you can see where it got bit, a lot of the upper growth died out. So it is what it is. Let me come show you an update on the elderberries we planted last year. Now these are going to get moved. I've done some research. Elderberries like water, and out here at the fence line they're not going to get that. I might leave that one. That one's doing okay. But this one is not doing as well. I mean, that's my hand. So we may move those. At least one of them. Blackberries that we planted along the fence line are doing extremely well. They are all coming up, putting out new growth. Now these will not be producing this year by no means, but this is not about this year. This is about future and sustainability. So we have blackberries all down the side of the fence. 10-foot spacing on these T-posts, and we're going to trellis them along the fence here. Yep. They're even down on this too. They're on the background of the irises. Now right here, I have been hoping this comes back. This is my horseradish plant. It's trying. We will see. Hopefully it comes back good, but I don't know. I'm crossing my fingers more on that one. Yep, here's another blackberry. And another. And I think I have one more. And then we stopped because it simply starts getting too shady. So that is what's going on the fence line. And in this part of the chicken yard, the garden, of course, we've got the chickens kind of blocked out of here for now. Y'all, these irises though. That's all I got to say. These irises though, they are beautiful. We have enjoyed every minute of bloom on those irises. Landscaping on the driveway is coming along. It starts about halfway right here for now. The bucket is a placeholder for the next Rose of Sharon that will be planted. And this is a sweet shrub. And then we have the bucket is a placeholder for another rose, ground cover rose. And then after that will be another Rose of Sharon, because that's what we did. We did a sweet shrub with a rose, with the Rose of Sharon, with the rose, with another type of shrub. This one actually is a miniature dwarf pomegranate. And then we have another ground cover rose, and then another Rose of Sharon. And then this is a miniature knockout with a sweet shrub, and another miniature knockout, and a Rose of Sharon. So we've got it going. And of course the sides is being edged with, what else? Irises. I don't know what color these are. I don't know what names these are, but they make a perfect edging. And they stayed pretty much green all year. So just a thought. And of course we have sedum here, which is also known as, what is it, house leek, something like that. It's a succulent. This is probably autumn's joy, most likely. But as you can see, we've got tons of roses blooming as well. We've got some spiderwort. The peonies are coming up and doing their thing. This is the spiderwort. And of course the irises. So everything is just beautiful at this moment. Let me show you an update on the potatoes in the bed. Guys, let's see this right here. This is where I dug out comfrey. So let me say to you right now, if you put comfrey in a spot you don't want it, good luck, because it's going to keep coming back. Every little root piece is going to make a new plant. Yeah, the whole area is comfrey that is coming back from roots. Nothing but roots. This is my silver Powis Castle Artemisia. Used to be one bush, but I kind of killed out the middle of it, and everywhere it touches it grows a new plant. So cherry tree. This is the one that sister kept chewing down last year, so hopefully it recovers and becomes a tree. All right, guys, look at the potatoes. Just look at all the potatoes. Yep, they are growing like crazy. We have 10 blueberry plants as well. Now all these are in pots at the moment because we are killing the grass in the spot they're going. So this is going to be a blueberry bed here, and like I said, we're just killing the grass. Got down big plastic sheeting, and that'll kill the grass there, and then when the grass is dead, we'll come back and plow it up and, you know, plant in it and amend the soil and everything. But these are doing quite well in these buckets. They needed about another month anyway to form a better root system. The place we got them from had just potted them up from small pots into these bigger pots, and so yeah, we're just letting them do their thing while we prepare the spot. We got a really good deal on them, is why we already have them before the spot's ready. And when I say really good deal, we got it for free. Yeah, so you can't beat that. 10 blueberry bushes at no cost, plus we already had 2 that we were going to plant before we got all these. So yeah, this is the future blueberry bed. Isn't that gorgeous? Potentially gorgeous, I should say. All right, let me show you something else, guys. Y'all remember the strawberry bed? I need to pick some strawberries. How amazing is that? Yep, I have strawberries. And we have garlic that's growing, and garlic is a good pest deterrent, as I've said a few times. So we put a couple of cucumbers right here in the corner. We're going to put them up on the trellis also. And guys, that's it for the moment.
We went up to Oxford, Alabama today, and went to a place called Miller's Landscaping, and got us a load of compost. They call it super compost. So we're going to give it a try. We're going to put it in some of our tubs over here and give it a try. When they loaded it on the truck, it was steaming. And it smells, I don't know, it's got a unique smell.
Got pine in it, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's got some pine in it. I see some sand, some dirt.
So this was what, a half ton?
This was 1,600 pounds right here, so there's
almost a little over.
Yeah, a little over. If the toolbox hadn't been on the truck, we probably could have got a ton on the truck. And the truck toted it well. So. All
right, so we fixing to unload the truck. And guys, I don't know if I showed you this in the videos before or not, but we have these tubs over here, and we are going to plant 2 rows of them right down the middle of this area. Now we have elderberry vines along the fence. We have our camellia bush in the corner. We're going to leave a walk path on this side by the greenhouse, and a walk path between the bushes and the buckets. So let's get started. First we have to drill holes in these buckets. So Mark will be drilling holes, I'll be shoveling the compost, and then Mark will be moving them too. So let's get started. Well guys, as you can see, we are still going. Still got this much more to go. I put the swimming pool under there to catch what falls between the tailgate and the truck. And it's catching a good little bit down there. We are on the black barrels now. Got that many more to fill up. We have filled up our little kitchen planter. I'm still not sure what I'm going to plant in there, but we filled it up. Let me show you what's going on over here now. So we've got them started being placed, and this is how they'll be placed through here. I'll go through and finesse it and put them together, but there we go. All right, here's some updates on the tomatoes we planted around the greenhouse. As you can see, we definitely got blooms. Now this is on the fence side of the greenhouse. Look at all that comfrey coming up. This is where we transplanted the plant to. Working on planting those elderberries today. And guys, look here. It's tomato season. I'm excited. So these are doing extremely well too here. Let me show you a little more of what we've done. Like I said, I got to plant all these. I got that tub left there to plant. But we planted this. So I did put 2 bell peppers per pot, 1 tomato. I've got a sage in here. I'm going to plant a squash, I think, in that side. And then the rest of these is a different type of bell pepper. So we'll see how that goes. These are the elderberries that we have gotten in the ground. Guys, let me show you. Look here. It's elderberry time. We got blooms starting. So, time to start looking around. You can make elderberry jam from the blooms, or you can wait till the berries is fully ripe and make elderberry syrup and stuff from them. All right, what have we got going in this bed? So our friend that made the potting bench and the plant stands and brought the tomatoes also brought this to us. So I planted it's either a habanero or a long slim cayenne in here. I'm gonna have to support it, I think, to get it started growing in this planter. But we also have cucumbers in the corner. We have parsley. That's flat leaf. I put a marigold in here, purple basil, and some dill. So we've got this planted as well. We are hoping to finish up getting more compost to fill up more of these buckets and finish out the row out this way. We need more buckets too, I think. But that's, you know, things that we've got to do. So y'all, if you like what we're doing, make sure you like our videos. Make sure you comment, leave us a comment, let us know what you think. Let us know if there's something you want us to show more of. If you don't like something we're doing, let us know that too. Might as well. Make sure you share. That helps us the most, gets new eyes on videos. And guys, subscribe. Help us to grow. Subscribe, hit that notification bell. And guys, we will see you all next time at Cedar Creek Bottoms.